Welcome back, guys. So we're moving on to adventure number 2. And today I'm going to make my beef ribs. And I'm going to show you what seasonings I like to put together to make my beef rib. So first I'm going to douse it with liquid smoke to give it the smoky flavor that I like. And then I'm going to mix it. Then I'm going to pour olive oil on all the ribs. Make sure to mix so that every single rib gets olive oil. Make sure you have your measuring spoons out. So first, I'm going to get 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of oregano, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to mix it. Try to mix it as best as possible to get all the clumps out. And there's your rub. Now finally, we're going to pour the rub over our ribs and then we're going to mix. So you should repeat this process until your rub is done. I took out my short ribs from the fridge. This is what they look like. Doesn't look too pretty. But make sure you preheat your oven at 250. I'm going to put some new foil on this because you need to make sure that it is sealed tight. You don't want any of the smoke seeping out because that's what helps it cook. Make sure all your corners are tight. So I'm going to put it in the oven for 3.5 to 4 hours. And then while I do that, I'm going to cook what I'm going to pair it with. I've decided to make these red potatoes with my beef ribs. I normally just put them in a pot. Make sure your pot is pretty much half full. You want the water to cover the potatoes. I don't cut them before boiling them. I cut them after, but it's totally up to you. So I'm going to pour them in this, or place them in this pot here. And then what I do is I just poke them midway just to see if they're tender. You can tell, because if your fork kind of stays stuck in the potato, then it needs more time. But you're going to finish cooking it in the oven, so it doesn't need to be fully tender. I'm also going to make a salad. So I have my lettuce here, which I've cleaned. And when I clean my lettuce, I don't like to run it under water because it absorbs the water. So I just pat them with a wet paper towel. So what I do is I kind of fold the leaves like this, and then I just start cutting. I am not a huge fan of tomatoes. Actually despise tomatoes. I don't think anyone should eat them outside of a BLT, but I am trying to expand my palate. So if they're thinly sliced, I will try to eat it. oven. Now what I'm gonna do is put my favorite barbecue sauce on it and put it back in the oven uncovered. Make sure you check out your ribs while you're cooking them to see. I've made them before and they've taken 3.5, but today they took me a little over 4, so yay. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and make sure you follow my page on Instagram, Culinary Adventures. See you on the next one.